Space planning is very important. We talked earlier about flexible working and people being able to choose when they come to work. And that means that the way in which you design and actually operate the space that you have available for the people working in an organisation needs to be thought through very carefully. And then return on investment and partnerships. I think we're going to see more formal structures where government has a share or shareholding or stakeholding in private-public partnerships, because I think government isn't just going to outsource and say, thank you very much, that's great, I'll take the savings. I think government wants to stay involved with how those services are delivered and the benefits and the future structure of those in years to come. The other thing is carbon. We talked about energy efficiency and how that's a great opportunity for people. We have a six-step process for carbon reduction, and it goes very much from simple things like raising awareness. Everyone is aware of the challenges that we have around making sure that the whole world does not suffer from global warming, and that we contribute less in terms of the pollution that we create in the world. But it's the simple things that you can do in the way you operate your services, making sure that you select people for services that live closest to the place where the service needs to be delivered. Simple things like that. Innovative ideas, there's a lot of technology now that can support the improvement of performance in terms of energy. Data management, absolutely vital. You won't be astonished that the vast majority of organisations, and actually the private sector is probably worse than the public sector in this regard, they don't really know what energy they consume, they don't know where they're consuming it and what the profile looks like. So getting the great data in place is very important, so you can then see what improvements you're making subsequently to that. Carbon compliance, organisations now have the carbon reduction commitment to worry about. Nobody wants to be lower in the league table when they come out next spring than their competition. Even with government departments, they're all going to be ranked to see who's made the most improvements. Guaranteed reductions. You know, the government, one of the first things that Cameron said was, I want to make sure that we reduce the carbon emissions of central government departments by 10% in 1 year. Now, it's possible, and I think they're going to do it, but it shows that what can be done if you put your mind to it. And decentralised energy is really the addition of local power sources to your assets. So if you're a hospital and you can put in an energy-producing piece of equipment that you can then export the excess energy to the national grid. Not only can you have more efficient utilisation of the energy, but you can also benefit from that money that comes back. And these are just some examples, really, of where we've been able to make savings for some of our clients in the carbon area. The first one was 10% reduction in leisure facility by changing behaviours. All that is saying to the guys that worked in the building, you are going to have your financial reward linked to the amount of energy that we spend. Okay? If you do that, it's simple. Guess what? They'd start turning stuff off. Very easy. We had a financial institution. They actually found out that they had the underfloor heating on for 2 years, never turned it off. We've touched on daytime cleaning, and we talked about the security guys turning things off. Data management. I don't think we've ever had a data management project for energy where we've found that the utility company was underbilling the client. That's never happened. But you can see the sorts of things you can find just from analysing the information. Guaranteeing reductions. There's one local authority we're working with where we've guaranteed them a 15% energy savings through the way we're going to operate the contract. And decentralised energy that we talked about NHS Trust, that was a 25% reduction in CO2 for that organisation. So, just to finish up, what I'm saying here is that if you do outsource, it does allow you as an organisation to focus on some of the things that are core to you, whether that is delivering health services, educating, or supporting fire, police and ambulance services. You can get efficiencies wherever you are in the outsourcing journey, whether you're just starting to think about outsourcing for the first time or whether you have got a long way down it and you're looking for what's the next step. There are some quite significant savings. But if you work together within your organisation across the different silos, then you're definitely going to get better savings. And what we would say is that if you do it in a sustainable way, if you do it linking with your energy and your impact on the environment, then not only will you get a more sustainable organisation, but it will also save you costs as well. Thank you very much.